And the others, you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On play action, Lawrence out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 37. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. On the move to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, we talked pregame about how we might have some twists and turns in this one, but how about this on the opening drive?
Well, they had a pretty good drive working, didn't they? So you wouldn't expect this ending, because what you were thinking was they were going to put it in the end zone themselves, not have it go the other direction.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, it's McBride. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On third down, Lawrence. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And the Cowboys force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Brings up 2nd and 9. Prescott now. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that nearly an interception here on his opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action with Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. Finds his tight end Ingram. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score Cowboys 6. Jaguars nothing.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Lawrence will throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Powers through him. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And some room to roam now. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 28. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Going for it all. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this 1st half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Now Lawrence on 1st down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. And now here's a carry heading left. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Cordray Tankersley with the pick. And the Cowboys are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique, and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team in a huge way.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A first down carry by Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made by Calebon Chason. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Prescott. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Flushed out right. He's going to launch it for Washington. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Sideline pass. That's complete to Ingram. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, Orbit.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Looking deep downfield.
Right there, Chenault for the Jacksonville touchdown.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And give him credit. He deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively. My goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on 4th down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
Come on, man. You know the rules, dog. You know damn well you're supposed to punt that. It ain't no down by 12 or 17 or more. Nah, that's not the rules. You know that. I know that.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Now this thing gets marked where it went out of bounds, so they're going to have
ain't
really
no
good
12 points down 17 or more. You could go for it. Follow the rules as they are protected. Everyone with fair play. Stop playing, man. You know the damn rules. Stop cheating, dog. Rule number 5, man. Stop playing. You wasn't at the 50. You was at your 48.
1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Doing anything to get a win, man. Shit crazy.
From the shotgun again to Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
It was never 11. This shit been 17. It's been the same rules. Don't tell me It used to be 11. Maybe I've been there just like you. Don't tell me that.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe.
And they never change. It's 11 or 12 or more.
Fourth down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
When you give them the TV. Now?
Fourth down, Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And oh my, mistake there. Backs up, takes a fair catch at the 3-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about. So they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
First dude.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
That fucking bum.
You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described.
That safety
footwork, that led to the incompletion.
You can't cover both of them. We know that.
Prescott to throw on 4th.
We know that. He can't cover both of them.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Thank you.
On 1st down, Elliott. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
16-mile win.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's McBride. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Get up there, Vander.
On play action, Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. And going deep for Hill.
Come on, Joseph.
Ill-advised throw
boy.
will wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Oh boy.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Now Lawrence.
Oh my God. There you go. Missed it.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Oh, my God.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Now on 2nd and 16. Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they're going to have a third down.
Can't cover both of us. Oh my God, he's wide open.
Now Prescott. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Still.
It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken at the 46. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Play action.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Rolling to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all
touchdown Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
And he's going to get in for the 2 points. So they'll make this a 10-point game. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Play action now, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
Oh, shit.
The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Let me challenge that shit.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Stupid.
And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Prescott from the gun. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Go Schultz.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go to Elliott again. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
I get fuck.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Oh, you see?
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Go Washington. I get.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he fires one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2.
Why you stop, nigga? Go back.
Prescott now.
There, that thought.
The defense raising the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I don't like that.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and 10.
61, Parrish box, White. Hey, lock it.
Yeah.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he goes across the 20 to the
back.
22. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6.
That's that fucking tight end. Whoever the fuck.
They go play action with Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And going deep for Hill. It looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Lawrence will throw. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play.
It's a fucking interception,
might be
man.
off his accuracy.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Lawrence to throw.
Out of bounds.
And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Run back.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh my God.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Anthony Brown.
To the crib.
There he goes, right side. 30. 10. And they will finally get to it.
What the fuck was that? This nigga pulled the Deshaun Jackson. Get the fuck out of here. That was wild.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Elliott. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
This nigga done Nah. You?
This is Lamb on the end around. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
This nigga knocked out the legs. What's wrong with you? Go ahead, Zeke. Schultz. Nobody. Gallup.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Dallas.
Who's staying here with you?
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you
You
reset.
there.
They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their
Ooh,
victory.
good block.
And he
Good
is
block.
into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott.
Where mom, Dad?
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th
Where
quarter.
mom at, Dallas?
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Scared? Never mind, you ain't it.
What's she doing? Wow.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them, never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
In there, Tank.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
Oh,
Flush to his right. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Ooh, he's on his back.
And this is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Got to
Get
try it here.
First.
He's back to throw.
Hell no.
And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to be out of bounds a couple of yards short of the marker. And they will fail to convert here on 4th down. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game, it could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many expecting them to come in here and win. And they're not just winning, they're dominating. And now trying to finish this one off. Looking for
Come on, Gallup.
first
Come on,
down.
man.
This throw downfield, incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Well, Prescott here to throw. On the left side, Gallup's got it.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. Prescott to throw it. And almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Playing success in this game already. 2 touchdown catches, but that was a very dangerous throw. But you have to understand, with 2 catches already for touchdowns, they're going to try and force it to him at times as well.
Throwing here, Prescott gonna take a shot for Gallup.
Gallup, you bum. Let's see you mean off that. Good game, Grandpa.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas